Can you guys hear me now? Can you guys hear me now? If you can hear me, please type yes in the comments so I know. Then I will get started. If you can hear me talking, say yes. Great. Hey, everybody. Thank you for joining the live. We have 11 people live right now. So I feel like that is more than enough to get started. Welcome to the live, to another live mock-up. I said I was gonna do a lot more when from the last live stream, but I didn't. Life get busy sometimes. But we are here today, and I'm going to be doing a St. Patrick's Day theme balloon arch for you guys. So I have an event next week, and I was like, why not just do this live so you guys can learn a little something something. So the program I'm going to be using today is canva.com, and I have the pro version. I will definitely recommend that you guys get the pro version when you're using Canva, but it is not needed in order to create mock-ups, because most of the things I'll be doing today, it doesn't require the pro version, but it will be nice if you have the pro version. You see what I'm saying? Okay, so I'm going to be creating a blank presentation. So you can either type presentation in the search box on Canva, or normally it'll be on the side. You can just click on it. So I'm just going to be clicking on it over here, just a blank version. It's normally on the home screen. So presentation, create blank. So now I have a blank space. If you guys have any questions along the way, feel free to type it in the comment box and I will answer as I go. You can ask me any question, balloon related, event related, nothing personal. If you care to ask how I'm doing, that's fine, but nothing personal. You can ask me any question, event decoration related, and I will definitely answer on the live stream. We're gonna have a good time. So I have this blank presentation right here, and I have a picture of the space I'm going to be using. So I have to create a full balloon arch over this entryway right here. So I'm gonna try to zoom in as much as I can. So I have to create a balloon arch right here. So that is what we're going to be doing a mock-up on today. And obviously I'm going to be using the St. Patrick's theme balloon colors, the greens and the golds. I'm not going to be using any white or orange. I'm just going to be staying with the greens and the gold because that is what my client wants. So that's what I have to give to them. I'm going to see if I can zoom in a little more. I don't want to zoom in too much, but just a little more. All right, that's enough. And I'm gonna make right here bigger. So I'll have these two sides to put like the balloon clusters that I create or whatever. So I have to get a blank balloon arch. I forgot to prepare that before we start the live. But I'm gonna see if I could find a picture of it on Google or Amazon so I could just insert it right there. Okay, let me see. See if I can find one on Amazon. All right, Google next. Balloon arch frame. Images. Okay, I think I found one. So I'm going to use it. I'm just going to airdrop it to my MacBook, and then we're going to get started right away. Okay. All right, perfect. Let me just airdrop that over. Okay. So I have this frame that I just got off of Google. So I'm going to remove the backdrop. So all I do when you want to remove a image, when you want to remove a backdrop from an image that you get on Canva, you can just click on it and then click on edit images. And then right here, you'll see remove background remover. But you'll have to have the pro version in order to remove backdrops. Background on Canva. So let's see how good this works. Oh, nice. Perfect. Okay, so I like that. It just removed the background for me. And I'm gonna try to make it smaller to fit the space right here that I'm using. The arch frame that I have is about 10 feet. So it's not that tall. But I'm just gonna make this a little smaller. A little bit smaller. Okay, so about right there. And for now, I'm gonna make this image. I'm gonna just change it just so my background shows, my arch frame shows more. All right, that's better. So I got my arch frame right there. Perfect. A little bit bigger. All right. Remember, if you guys have any questions, you can just ask me in the comment section and I'll answer them as much as I can. All right, so now that I have my frame, it's time to get the balloons. What I like to do is go on a balloon distributor website. I like to use LA Balloons, and then I type in the color balloons that I want. So here I have Qualitex green, because that is one of the colors that I'll be using. So I like to use the 24 inches or 36-inch image, and I will tell you guys why in a second. I'm gonna just save all of the pictures. So Qualitex green, then I need Qualitex lime green. So here I'm gonna be saving that 36-inch picture as well. And what else? I want to get a super gate color. Qualitex. Wait, what? There we go. I'm going to also be using this balloon color as a accent. So I'm going to go ahead and save that as well to my computer. And for all my other like foil balloons and stuff, I'm going to be using the gold Starburst balloon and also the St. Patrick's Day hat. And I'm going to show you guys that later on. But for now, these are the 3 balloon colors. No, I need chrome gold as well. I'm going to be using chrome gold. Still not sure if I want to color block or just, mix them all up. It's been a while since I've done a balloon arrangement where I just, mix all the colors. I stay color blocking. So what you guys think? Should I do color blocking for the arch, or mix all the colors. Let me know in the comments. Should I color block or, you know, I put cum gold. That's why it didn't come up. Guys, let me know. Color blocking or just mix all the colors together. I'm not sure what I want to do yet. Help me make that decision, please. Yes, me too. I feel like that's the reason why I do it, because I really love how clean it looks. You're right. Okay, so I have all of my balloon colors saved. I have chrome gold, Qualitex green, lime green, and the Supergate green that I'm going to be using. And now I'm going to be going in elements. I'm back on Canva. I'm going to be going in elements, and I'm going to be selecting the green, the round frame like this. When you see it like this, it means you can add an image inside of the circle. So I like to use these. So I'm going to go ahead and add my first color. I'm going to add the chrome gold in that. So I just added it, and then I'm going to widen I'm going to widen the balloon color. We use the 36-inch or 24-inch because it's round. It's rounder than like 11-inch balloon, which gives you like a cone or oval shape, and we don't want that. So this is why I use the 24-inch or the 36-inch balloon images, just to give me that round look. The other size balloons don't really give you that look, but it's your preference. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. The dog is gonna be barking, so sorry about that in advance. So I'm gonna be doing that for all of the colors. I'm just gonna add all the colors right now. All right. Add in the Qualitex green right here. And then I'm gonna put it to the side over there and repeat the same step for the last two colors. Supergate. I love these balloons so much. If I could add them to every install, then I would. So everybody agree that we're going to be doing color blocking? Okay. All right. I'm trying to add the lime green. Okay, there we go. Add another round frame. Then add in my lime green, which is going to be the last color that I add. Yep. Okay. All right, you guys. So now I have all my colors to the side. Let me make them smaller so they all fit. Okay. And when I'm making my arch, I'm going to be using 11-inch, 16-inch, and some, I would say 24 inches, but Qualitex don't really have 24 inches in many balloons. So it might just be 11 and 24 inches. And then I would probably add some 36-inch or 3 feet balloons, as some people call it, to the arch. But for now, I'm going to be sticking with 11 and 16 inches. So my garlands have to be really fluffy and thick. So these are going to be my palette. This is going to be my palette over here. All of the colors right here. And then I'm going to be using them to create my garlands. So I like to just duplicate it. I meant to duplicate that like so. You can press this to duplicate anything, or you can just copy and paste it. You know what I'm saying? Okay. All right. I'm gonna be copying and pasting like a couple times just so I have enough to create a full garland. And you try to make your garland look as realistic as possible. So normally in my clusters, I will use like 2 to 4 16 inches. So I will have, I'm gonna make the balloons like very thick. Let me try to zoom in a little bit right here. Or I should just try to make this bigger. It won't be this big in real life, but for the sake of the mock-up, I'm gonna make the frame bigger because I can barely see it right now. Okay, so 2 to 4 of my balloons will be very big, and then the others will just replicate an 11-inch balloon. And that'll be my cluster. Hold on, I'm gonna fix this because the Qualitex logo is showing. Okay, there we go. All right, making a cluster of 8. If you guys need me to slow down as well, you can also let me know in the comments and I will bring it down a notch. So what I'm doing right now is just making my balloon cluster. Another big one. Ooh, I can barely see this green. Okay, brightness down. I think I'm getting blind because I can barely see this. Okay, so I have 7 right here, and I'm gonna add another one, another balloon to make my full cluster. You can like send the balloons to the back, so you can click up here where it says position, and then you like send any balloons forward or to the back. So that is what I'm doing. Okay, so here I have my first cluster. You could go ahead and make all of your clusters at once. So you could just add them to your frame, or you can just do it, you know, one color at a time, like while you're going around here. So this is my first cluster. I think I want to duplicate it. So you could, no, come back. All right. So yeah, I was trying to duplicate this, but it's not working out. Let me try. Let me move that for a second. Oh my God. Okay. I just wanted to duplicate that. Okay. Push that to the side. All right, now we back. Put it over here. All right, so I'm gonna save that cluster. That is just my lime green cluster. And this one, I don't know how I'm gonna move it, so I might just delete it. It's being very annoying. All right, guys. So I'm just gonna highlight this one cluster right here to start off my arch. So I'm gonna put it down here, and you can just make it smaller to fit it so it looks as realistic as possible. You don't want your cluster too big because in real life your cluster is not that big. So you want it to be as realistic as possible. So I'm gonna start with my first cluster down here. Right there. Because in real life our base will be showing. Okay. So that is my first cluster, and then I'm going to be making my other cluster using the Qualitex green. So repeating the same step, we're just copy and pasting the element until we get the amount of balloons that we want in our cluster. And I use 8 balloons, so I'm going to try to, replicate that as much as I can. Remember, your balloon shouldn't be the same size in your cluster, so make sure you go in and make some big and you make some small until you get the look that you want. Duplicate, position, you can send that in the back like so. One, two, three, four, five, 6, 7. All right, we have one more balloon to go. Okay. You can also send that little balloon in the back like that. So here we have our second cluster. All right, I like that. So I'm gonna duplicate it and keep it over here so I have it for next time. Highlight this and then add it to, no, go back. Okay. All right, and try that again. You're gonna highlight all of this element right there and put it over here. Then we make it smaller, like real small. And when you put it on your frame, that way you can just play around with the balloon until they're like in a position that you really like. When you're doing mock-ups too, don't really make your mock-up something that you probably won't be able to do in real life. So try to make it, small enough to fit your art level. Because if you send that to a client and you really can't do it, then you're going to be in big trouble. All right, let's play around with the balloon a little bit so they're to my liking. I know I'm going to be messing around with it later on anyway. All right. Now I'm going to add my chrome gold cluster. I will be using brilliant gold from Balloonia. Let me see if I can find a color that match that, because that is the gold that I like. Okay. Need a 19 or 24 inch. I don't like these. I can never find a color that by itself. I feel like that's the reason why I didn't use it at first. This is how it looks. Let's see if it'll make sense. Let's try to add that brilliant gold 11 inch in here to see if it'll make sense. So I don't like using 11 inch balloons on these. I don't know. I don't like that the two really bright lights that it has. No, I don't like it. Screw it. I'm just gonna use this gold that I have. Make another cluster. And that one in the back. Okay. Okay. 8 balloons. Then send that one in the back. Like that. These balloons are like the same size, so we're gonna change that up a little bit. Also this one. These look like fillers, so we're gonna make them a little bigger. Okay. So that's as good as it's gonna get until I put it onto the frame. Duplicate it, put it to the side, like that. Okay. All right, highlighting my element right here, adding it to the frame, and then we're gonna make it smaller. And now that it's on the frame, we can go ahead and play around with it just so it makes sense, because right now it doesn't make sense. Okay. These things can get very annoying. You gotta have patience for it. Okay. If anything, we're gonna have to fix it later. Now we're gonna kind of like repeat the same steps, starting with our lime green over here, or cluster. We're just gonna highlight that. Try that again. Highlight it. Bring it over here. Then make it smaller. Okay. I feel so blind. All right, another cluster added. I can send that one to the back like that. Make it a little bigger so it looks like a 16-inch or something. All right. Messed up. I forgot to duplicate the lime green cluster. Okay. All right. Back with the Qualitex green cluster. Adding it to the frame. And to make this easier for you guys could just create your perfect clusters and just continue to copy and paste it. It'll make it way easier than adding it and then having to fix it when it's on the frame like I'm doing right now. Now we're kind of like going around the curve. Go back down here. Just okay. And highlight in our gold cluster, duplicate it. Don't be like me. And add it to your frame. You guys have any questions? I'm open to answer some questions right now. All right. Have our gold cluster right there. And now I gotta make the lime green cluster from scratch because I deleted it and forgot. I mean, I used the cluster and forgot to duplicate it. So I'm just gonna do that real quick. So okay, now I have my cluster, my lime green cluster again. And this time I'm gonna remember to duplicate it before I use it. And adding it to my frame. Okay, it don't look bad. The whole little over. What the hell? Okay, let's do that again. All right. All right, highlighting it. duplicate it, then grab it and put it on the frame. Then you make it smaller. Like that. Right, just fixing the balloons so they look like they make sense. It's supposed to be a cluster of 8 because that is how I make my clusters. So I'm trying to make sure all of the balloon is visible. And I can barely see. I feel so blind. I know I don't need glasses. Are you guys feeling it so far? Let me know in the comments. Is it looking like something? Okay. That's that. Okay, this one is way out there. All right, I might go back to that later on. Let's move on. Okay, I'm going back to my Qualtex green cluster over here, and I'm going to be duplicating that so I have it to use later on. Drop it on the frame, make it smaller. A little bit smaller. I think that's a good size. Yeah. This green cluster does not look bad at all. I don't have to do much. I'm just going to tweak it a little bit, but I don't have to do much to it. Okay, going back to my chrome gold. Repeating the same steps, highlighting it, duplicate it so you have it to use later, add it to your frame. Then make it smaller. A little bit smaller. And this that I'm doing, guys, it's called a organic balloon arch. It's not like the regular balloon arch where all the balloons are the same size. It's like making a garland. All right. You're welcome, Tracy. Thank you for joining the live. Duplicating my other cluster, putting it on my frame, and then making it smaller. Way smaller than that. Okay, I think that is good. Just gotta zoom in and tweak the cluster a little more. Just a little bit. And I'm making like all of the outer balloons like really big just to give it that organic effect, just so it doesn't look like all of the balloons are the same size, because it's not supposed to be. So that is why you see me making all of these like outside balloons bigger. You see that as you go along, you keep on wanting to go back and fix stuff. That's why it's not good to spend too much time in one spot, because you're always going to end up going back to fix something. I don't want to cover the gold too much. Maybe it's a little bigger like that. I'll get back to that later. Let's move on. Highlighting my Qualitex green, duplicating it, dropping it on the frame. Make it smaller to fit. Yeah, I think that's good. Yeah. And then I'm just going in to tweak the garland a little more. As I said earlier, making my like outer balloons bigger so it looks more organic in the mock-up. Reposition some of the balloons on the cluster, making them bigger, making some smaller, pushing some in the back, moving some forward. Like the ones in the back that always want to hide, you can just make them a little bigger so they can be seen. These, just make them thicker. Why this one don't want to be clicked? Okay. And put that one in the back. Great. Now I'm going to add my gold cluster again. Duplicate it. Make it smaller. A little bit smaller. This feels so repetitive. Okay, almost there. Almost there, guys. That cluster looks really big. Let me fix that. Especially this one. It's way too big. Okay, so about 3 more clusters left. Green. Send that one to the back. Okay. See. Chapter 5. So I'm supposed to fit 2 more clusters on this thing. I'm using Canva Pro, but you don't necessarily need Canva Pro in order to do this. But it'll make things easier for you because you're able to like remove the background of images that you get off Google and stuff like that. That's why I would recommend that you get Canva Pro. All right, I gotta make some changes, guys. I gotta make some of these clusters smaller in order to fit everything because I need to be able to fit another cluster down there. It looks uneven, very, 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 very uneven. I think I made the circles over here way too big, so they don't match up with the other side. If you click the description of this live, then the link to Canva is in the description box. I made sure to put it there for you all, just in case. Give me a second, guys. I'm just trying to fix these clusters because I made a mistake. It looks uneven. Look how big these ones are up here. What was I thinking? I was doing way too much. China, why you let me do this? Why'd you let me do this? Make this big mistake. Alright guys, I'm almost finished. Do you guys have any bookings for St. Patrick's Day weekend or whatever? And what do you have to do? Like, do you need to do a balloon bouquet, garland, a whole party? I want to know. I'll fix that later. Let's just put this last cluster on, duplicating it. Okay. I think the frame that I got of Google is like slanted, so it's not like straight. I feel like that has something to do with what I'm seeing. I don't know if you guys are seeing the same thing that I'm seeing, but the frame that I got that is not like a straight image. It's like slanted. That's why it looked like that. All right. So I have some foil balloons that I'm planning to get. Nobody really have them in stock right now, but I'm hoping or I'm trusting that I'll be able to get them. So I'm going to use them in the mock-up anyway. And I also have these super gate balloons that I'm going to be using as accent. So I'm going to duplicate it and I'm going to add a couple of them like in the mock-up. Probably where the darker green is, just so it shows more. There's probably like one in each of the green cluster. Not a lot, because it's an accent. So in here. Mm. What's going on? You look like freaking watermelon. I don't like how they look on the mock-up. They look like watermelon. It's not supposed to look like a watermelon. Mm-mm. All right, I might not use them in the mock-up. I hate how it looks. Like a freaking watermelon. Mm-mm. Anybody else think it looks like a watermelon? It's not supposed to look like that. I mean, it is supposed to look like that, but you guys know what I'm saying. I don't want it to look like a watermelon. I'm gonna remove them. Yeah, but I'm definitely gonna be using some of it in the install. It definitely won't look like a watermelon in person, but the image right now on the computer is looking like a watermelon, and I don't like that. I do not like it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna show you guys the foil balloons that I'm gonna be using. I'm gonna be using the gold starburst and also this St. Patrick's Day hat. And I'm gonna show you guys how to remove the image from, or how to remove the background from these images again. So I have the starburst right here. I just click on it and press on edit image. Then where it says background remover, just click on it and it's gonna automatically remove the background. Let's see how good it removes this background. Okay. It kind of took away some of the starburst though, like in here or whatever, but it's fine. Let me try to restore it. So you can click on restore right here and then try to shade in some of the areas that it like removed the thing from, like that. I think because it has the little reflection of the light, it looked like it was a part of the background. So I think that is why it got removed. So right here. Okay, way better. All right, that is the only part it took. But apart from that, it looks good. It's done. Now we're back in action. I'm gonna duplicate that and keep it on the side just so I'll have it. I don't even understand why the background is on that one. Let's try again. All right, I'm gonna copy. Okay, when you copy and paste it, it keeps the exact image with the background removed. All right, so I'm just gonna keep that on the side for right now. Right there. And now I'm gonna be doing the same thing for the hat over here. Click on the image and edit it to remove the background. So this is the foil balloon that I'm trying to get to add to the arch, but no one really have it in stock right now, at least no one local. And I wanted to go and pick it up because the event is in a couple days. All right, so I'm just gonna copy. What the hell just happened? No. All right, I gotta do it again. I don't know. I don't understand why I just did that. All right, you guys. We're in the home stretch. We're almost done. So I'm gonna copy and paste. It should have just copied and pasted how it is. All right, there we go. For that one, I had to duplicate it. Very weird. So putting that to the side so I have it to use later. And I'm gonna be using these Starburst balloons. Make it a little smaller to fit the frame. I think I want to use one down here at the bottom. I can try to like send it behind these other balloons so it's not like directly in the front. I want it like on the side of the arch, if that makes sense. Let me see if I could send it back a little more. No, too much. Okay. All right, I kind of like this. Like that is how I kind of want it, like in the arch, but like not all the way in there, but like off to the side at the same time. You know what I'm saying? And not touching the ground. So I'm just gonna make it smaller. Pull it out. Let's see how it looks. Seems as if I'm gonna have to move it around to the front to get the look that I want. Okay, every time I do that, it's trying to like get smaller. I think it's just Canva doing that. I'm just gonna leave it right there for now. I'm gonna fix it in a minute. Let's try to add this St. Patrick's Day hat. What's going on with these images, man? See, these hats, they're kind of big. But I'm trying to put it on top of the balloons, and Canva is trying to, I don't know what it's trying to do. But you see how it gets like faded? It's because it's trying to add it to the thing, I think. I don't get it. Let me see what Canva is trying to do when it fades the image. What is that? Why did it do that? Like it put us right in there. What the heck? Oh, it sent it behind the frame. I think that's what it did. I want this arch to look like very festive because it's for a big party and it's gonna be at the entrance. So I wanted it to be like very festive, a lot of foils and stuff. I don't think I need to add any more of the hats. It will just look too much. I feel like the Starburst will just do that. It'll make it look very festive. If you guys have any suggestions, you can drop them in the comments section too. Or what other foils you think I should add? Because I thought these two foils was going to be enough, but now that I'm seeing it on the mock-up, let's see. Why did Canva take some of the... What's going on with this app? Okay. Guys, I'm going to be adding a little bit of fillers to it. So I'm just going to show you guys real quick how I do that. Then I'll be done. I feel like Canva is acting up right now, and I don't like that. Is it freezing? Yeah. Okay. To make the fillers, I'm just going to be using the same colors I use for the clusters, obviously. And I'm going to be duplicating them and making like really small fillers. Like just tiny clusters of 4. And just putting those to the side. Okay. And these can be the same size because normally when you're making your little fillers, they're the same size. So these should definitely be the same size or close. Now that you add your fillers, they're starting to look more like a balloon garland, because that's what fillers does. It gives you that look that you didn't know you needed. Canva is getting on my nerves. Like, why is it freezing? Duplicate that and put one to the side so I'll have it to use later. I'm just going to add that to all of the Qualitex green. Get another one. All right, guys. So Canva is freezing. As you can see, I'm having troubles because the website is freezing. That is super duper annoying. But let's try it again. Oh my gosh. It's freezing. No, it's not the internet, but it's freezing. I think it's just not used to all of this. What did it just do? Okay. All right, you guys, I'm gonna end the live because the Canva is starting to freeze up, and I'm basically done here. I just don't understand why it's freezing up. It never did this to me. But as soon as I said that, it started working again. Or not. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end this live. Do you guys have any questions before I end the live? Drop them in the comment section right now. I'm giving you guys like 3 more minutes. Then I'm just gonna end it all because the Canva website wanna freeze and embarrass me. Apparently. Do you guys have any last minute questions for me? Anything you think I missed? I'm also going to be saving this live, so if you'd like to just come back and rewatch it, then you have that option. But I was planning to like fix the whole arch, but because the website is freezing up, I'm just probably gonna have to do it off the live or just revisit it another day. So no questions? Okay. Let me see if I can make the original image to like put the transparency back at 100. Just to see how it looks. If it allows me to. What is going on? No. Let's see if I could get it from. Yeah, you guys, Canva, they don't want me to be great. Now the screen is black. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and end the live stream. If you guys have any questions, you guys know how to reach me in my DMs on Instagram, or you can comment under the video. It'll definitely be saved on my page. So thank you guys for joining my live. If you think I missed anything, you could just send me a message and I will answer your questions there. But I'm gonna have to finish this mock-up off the live whenever Canva allow me to. But I'm gonna end it right here. So thank you guys so much for joining, and I will catch you all in my next video. Bye.